Hi, it's Love84 Aria Voice and it's T Limited, and I just wanted to do a blog regarding transgenders and prostitution in Asia. Now in Asia, notably Thailand, when a transgender is born into the family, into a village family, it's seen as good luck from the spirits, from the ancestors, from the gods, from the Lord. Good luck, because it's brought prosperity to the family in the village, and they're going to prostitute the transgender and they're going to put it into the red light industry to bring an income for the family. And I disagree with this backwards mentality. It's something that annoys me and pisses me off, and I'll explain why. If we were to look at what exactly is a transgender, transgender is when the spirit of a feminine female spirit is born into the body of a physical male, or when the body or when the spirit of a male, a masculine male, an alpha male, or a male is born into the physical body, the material body of a female. So it's when you switch places. So when a feminine spirit is born into the body of a male, a physical male body, that feminine spirit is a daughter. When it's growing up as a child, trying on their mother's high heels and dresses and hats, constantly, not just one-off messing about, always, its chances are that's a transgender, a female spirit that's been born into the body of a male. So that's a daughter. Now, imagine a daughter is born into a male's body, but it's still your daughter, and she doesn't want to share her body with random men like that. It doesn't appeal to her. Her nature is she wants to share that sort of private time with someone who she's emotionally attached to, or has feelings for, or has loving feelings towards. And that's how she wants to, it's when she's in that sort of state of consciousness, that's who she wants to share her body with. But just because her female daughter spirit's been born into the body of a male, a physical male, now she's going to be just destined for the sex worker life and the adult industry, something she doesn't want to be part of, which I think is tragic. I think it's a shame. Because I think whether our daughters are born into the bodies with female genitalia, or whether our daughters are born into bodies of male, the female daughter spirit should not be put into an experience that she does not want to be in sexually. Imagine someone said, oh, my daughter, my female spirit daughter has been born with a female's body, but guess what? Ching ching, we're gonna make money because it's prosperity for the family. People wouldn't stand for it. If a female born with a female body was put straight into the sex work industry just because she's a female born into the family, there'll be international outroar, there'll be condemnation from everyone. But when it's a female daughter who's been born into the body of a male, then it's seen as a money-making scheme, or making profit of. Imagine what the spirit's going through, having to constantly being penetrated anally in a rectum, when she just doesn't want to share her body with any other human being unless she's emotionally attached to them. But her dad or mum said, you're going to work in the city now because you're transgender. I personally feel just whether our daughters are born into female bodies, her spirit, a female spirit in a female body, or a female body born in a male body, our daughters, regardless of what their material manifestation may be, it's their spiritual conscious manifestation, that's the girl, should receive an education like everybody else. Like the sons that are born into bodies, or as sons and daughters who are born with their bodies, that they should just receive an education like everyone else. Now, a lot of villages are going to say, we can't afford the education, we need the money. Well, then that's when economics comes into it. In Thailand, the dispute is between the Democrats and those who want a royalist establishment. Now, the Thai king lives in Europe somewhere, I can't remember where, but he has billions upon billions of dollars. You know, if that money could go towards local authorities and villages in Thailand, so people can have access to education, healthcare, development, fire brigade, police, education. But when that money's been hoarded by people who feel they are superior to other human beings, that's just a whole different argument. But if a daughter was born into a body of a male, and she gets her education, her potential, and she can go on. She might have learning difficulties and find education difficult, or she might go and excel and become a very high-flying, academically successful human being, working in the city, skyscraper, doctor, IT, a scientist, engineer, lawyer. She can be anything, but she's been held back from using her spirit's potential just because a female spirit was born in a male's body, which I think is wrong. But say if you've got a poor family in a village and they need the money, it's like this. She has to get an education like everyone else, even if she's got male genitals. She has to go to primary school, she has to get high school, and when she gets to the age of 18, and they'll probably say 17 in Thailand, but I say 18, when she's an adult, and she looks at the circumstances her family are living in, and the desperate situation they're in, and there's no help from the government because the royalists have taken the wealth that could otherwise be put towards the local authorities or villages. And she decides that she wants to get involved in this adult sex industry and work as a sex worker out of her own choice, then that's different, because she's made her mind up. But when she doesn't want to be in the adult industry, she wants to study, then she has to get an education like everyone else, and she shouldn't be seen as someone as to prostitute just because she was born in a male's body. I think that's wrong. She's still our daughter. Now imagine the torment our daughters have been through, that they don't want to be in the adult industry. And imagine if a daughter who was born in a female's body was seen as someone just to prostitute because it's seen as prosperity. It shouldn't be seen as prosperity bringing to the family just because the daughter's been born with a male's body. It's still a daughter. So we need to take our daughter's personal choices into account. So people have the same sort of attitude in India as well, which I think is backwards. We need to liberally progress beyond that sort of backwards thinking and advance into the future with science. And we're living in the information age, where, well, maybe not in those parts of the world where they're still developing in some places, but when you grow up in an information age society in Western Europe, you look at things that may seem suitable, but you really think about it, it's not acceptable. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. So that's a couple of 84 Oreo and ST. Peace.